Welcome to Featuring Canines. Today we're embarking on a journey to explore the canine companions of the United States presidents. A whopping 30 presidents have shared their lives in the White House with these loyal companions. We're going to focus in on some of the more popular dogs of these presidents. The bond between a president and his dog offers us a glimpse into their humanity amidst the immense pressures of leading a nation. George Washington, the father of our nation, was a man of many talents, including being a dog lover. In 1770, Washington imported a number of hounds from England, and in 1785, the Marquis de Lafayette gave him some French hounds. Washington maintained and carefully bred these hounds, and they became the ancestors of today's American foxhound. More than 30 hounds were listed in Washington's journals, including Sweet Lips, Drunkard, Tippler, and Tipsy. Washington didn't invent American foxhounds single-handedly, but he was a key player in the breed's development. These foxhounds were essential companions in the fields and forests of Virginia. They helped control the fox population on his estate, Mount Vernon, protecting his livestock and crops. Washington was so fond of his hounds that he even used them to improve his breeding stock. He was always on the lookout for fine specimens, trading dogs with neighbors and fellow enthusiasts. He was a true dog man through and through. Amidst the turmoil of World War II, a little black Scottish terrier named Fala captured the hearts of Americans. Fala was the beloved companion of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Fala became a constant fixture by his side, whether he was working in the Oval Office or addressing the nation. Pictures of Fala playing on the White House lawn warmed the hearts of Americans. When FDR was accused of leaving Fala behind on a trip, he delivered the famous Fala speech, defending his dog and himself. That speech is a testament to the powerful bond between a man and his dog, even on the political stage. Let's talk about Checkers, the Cocker Spaniel who played a pivotal role in Richard Nixon's political career. In 1952, Nixon, then a vice presidential candidate, was accused of accepting illegal campaign contributions. Nixon took to the airwaves to defend himself, admitting to accepting one gift, a black and white Cocker Spaniel puppy named Checkers. The Checkers speech was a masterclass in emotional appeal, humanizing Nixon and saving his political career. Checkers became a symbol of Nixon's honesty and family values. Every dog has its quirks, and presidential pups are no exception. President Theodore Roosevelt's Bull Terrier Pete once chased the French ambassador up a tree. President Lyndon B. Johnson's Beagle, Him, loved swimming in the White House fountain. President George W. Bush's Scottish Terrier, Barney, had his own website and starred in White House Christmas videos. These lighthearted moments provided a welcome distraction from the pressures of the presidency. Even within the walls of the White House, life is full of unexpected moments. The unconditional love of a dog brings the greatest joy. Some of the most touching stories about presidential Pooches reveal the deep bond of loyalty and love. President Abraham Lincoln's dog, Fido, stayed in Springfield, Illinois, when the Lincolns moved to Washington. Lincoln missed Fido dearly and often asked visitors about his beloved companion. President John F. Kennedy's Welsh Terrier, Charlie, once interrupted a meeting by snatching a head of state's eyeglasses. President Bill Clinton's Labrador Retriever, Buddy, had a knack for getting into trouble, chewing on furniture and digging up the rose garden. President George H.W. Bush's Springer Spaniel, Millie, was a constant companion, even wandering into important meetings. When President Bush passed away, the image of his service dog, Sully, lying by his casket touched millions. These stories remind us that the bond between a president and his dog transcends politics and power. It's a connection built on mutual affection, trust, and the simple joys of companionship. The loyalty and love of a dog are timeless. The presidential paparazzi shaping public image. Now, you know that being president is not just about policy and speeches. It's also about connecting with the American people, showing them a little something of who you are beyond the Oval Office. And that's where those presidential pups have played a mighty important role. See, back in the day before television and the internet, folks mostly saw the president in formal portraits or read about him in newspapers. But those dogs, those furry ambassadors of goodwill, they offered a glimpse into the president's personal life, a softer side that folks could relate to. Take President Harry Truman, for instance. He once famously said, "If you want a friend in Washington, get a dog." And he meant it. His Cocker Spaniel, Feller, was often by his side, whether he was working in the Oval Office or strolling the White House grounds. Those images of Truman with Feller, they showed a different side to the man. A man who loved animals, a man who enjoyed a good laugh, a man just like any other. And who could forget the Kennedy family with their adorable children and their playful pups romping on the White House lawn? Those photos weren't just about cute dogs. They were about projecting an image of a young, vibrant family, full of life and love. It made the president and his family seem more relatable, more human, during a time of great change and uncertainty. Now, some folks might say, it's just a dog, what's the big deal? But we know better, don't we? Dogs have a way of softening hearts, of breaking down barriers. They remind us that even the most powerful people in the world have a capacity for love, loyalty, and a good old game of fetch. Think about it. A president walking his dog, bending down to pick up after them. It shows humility. It shows that they aren't above the everyday tasks that we all do. It makes them seem more grounded, more in touch with the people they represent. President Ronald Reagan, known for his charm and his way with words, understood the power of imagery. He often posed for photos with his Bouvier de Flandres Lucky on the south lawn of the White House. Those images, they weren't just about showing off a handsome dog. They were about conveying a sense of warmth, of approachability, of someone you could sit down and have a conversation with. And then there's the notion of dogs representing certain values. Loyalty, faithfulness, protectiveness, these are all qualities that people admire, qualities that they want to see in their leaders. And when a president has a dog that embodies those values, well, it reflects positively on them. We have journeyed through the history of the White House, exploring the stories of presidential Pooches, from George Washington's hounds to the popular dogs of more recent presidents. We've seen how these dogs have captured the hearts of a nation, softening the image of our leaders and reminding us that even in the highest office, there's always room for the unconditional love of a furry friend. From the spirited terriers to the gentle spaniels, these dogs have been more than just pets. They've been confidants, companions, and even political pawns. They've witnessed history unfolding, offered comfort during times of crisis, and brought joy to the halls of power. Their stories, passed down through generations, offer us a unique glimpse into the personal lives of our presidents, revealing their love for animals, their sense of humor, and their capacity for deep affection. These dogs have left their paw prints on the tapestry of American history, reminding us that behind every great leader, there's often a loyal canine by their side. The tradition of presidential pups continues to this day, with each new administration welcoming these furry ambassadors into the White House. And as long as there's a president in the Oval Office, you can bet there'll be a wagging tail and a wet nose not too far behind. Now, I know you have enjoyed this journey through history with our four-legged friends. But before we say goodbye, I want to hear from you. Do you have a favorite story about a presidential pooch? Maybe you have a furry friend of your own who brings you as much joy as these dogs brought to our commanders-in-chief. Head down to the comment section and share your thoughts. Tell us about your favorite presidential pup or the special bond you share with your own canine companion. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our future historical adventures. We've got plenty more fascinating tales to tell, from the halls of power to the battlefields of courage, all right here on our channel. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those tails wagging. This is your host, signing off.